Episode 5 of season 2 of Coach Prime showed us a lot um, about the behind the scenes events that transpired when Coach was in the hospital, really going through it. You feel me? Uh, which reminds us that both he and this team overcame a lot to accomplish what they did and win that SWAC championship. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things they had to overcome, a lot of things they had to do to persevere. You know what I'm saying? And I think the coaching staff as a whole did a tremendous job of keeping things organized, rallying the troops and everything, so to speak. While Prime was in the hospital, bro. That goes, well, a lot of that goes to Coach Flea, who Coach Prime entrusted with the program. Cause he was down bad, so he wasn't gonna be able to tend to none of that shit for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So we saw things like offensive lineman Tony Gray. Shit, I almost got to fighting with the equipment manager in the first practice when Coach Prime was in the hospital. Now, for those of us who have a background in athletics, you know what I'm saying, whether you played football, basketball, whatever, whether you coach football, basketball, whatever, you know, practice fights, that shit happens. That shit happens. So hell, I'm sure that shit happened when Coach Prime was at practice before. You feel me? But you know, to have that happen in that first practice when he was on out, you know, the coach staff probably was like, you want everything to go perfectly. I'm sure they wanted everything to go smoothly because they want to make sure they show Coach Prime and shit. We got that, coach. You feel me? And so hell, they end up suspending Gray for the Bethune game, which I forgot about that. You know, that hurt because we'd already shit with his ass. We were already struggling on the offensive line and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely wasn't good. But shit, you gotta do what you gotta do. I've been there. I have been there. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. I've broken up the fights. I've been confronted by the players when you goddamn break up the fight and they think you taking folks' sides. I have been there. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? And I like the way the coach staff responded. They responded forcefully. Now, y'all real ones out there who had the opportunity to play both football and basketball, I want y'all to let me know, which is worse, suicides or them damn, what they called it? They called it elbows and toes. You know what I'm saying? Which is worse, suicides or that shit? Or bear crawls? You know what I'm saying? Or I've seen one time some of my youngins who played football, hell, they had to roll the field. They had to roll on the whole damn field and shit. Be about to throw up. What is worse? Oh, let us know in the comment section, goddamn. Weidman was featured in here, and I like that. Getting some background on him, especially his background as a hooper. I keep telling y'all this. He's a hooper. He one of us. Okay, he played football now. He can run that go route, but he one of us. It was dope to see that shit. He got a dunk on the motherfucker in front of bro. In front of LeBron James. So shit, Weidman must have been out there on that circuit putting in work. You feel me? Hopefully, when Mo comes in, Mo gives him a fair shot at getting some playing time for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Coach Brent, had put him out there at first, but again, I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm not gonna speculate. I just don't know what happened. It was great to see the GOAT, Jerry Rice, in that motherfucker. Okay. Prime said he was gonna do a good job of featuring other folks who connected to these other schools, man. And Jerry Rice is really somebody that all HBCUs should really hold dear. This man, just like all HBCUs should hold Walter Payton dear. Like this, arguably the two outside of quarterback, of course. You know how folks do the quarterback. Okay, so outside the quarterback, the other glamour positions are running back, wide receiver. HBCUs got a great argument that they got both of the goats. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope to see Jerry Rice featured in that. But I'm gonna tell you something that really made my day when I watched it in this episode was goddamn Antoine Owens. And I like that young man. That young man is a renaissance man. If you missed it, that young man, besides his energy, he got dope energy, but he has a biology degree already. He's writing the damn novel. He's a novelist. Okay? This big ass motherfucker out there making all them plays is a novelist. You understand? Like that kind of shit. I confuse people like that. You feel me? I confuse people. I tell motherfuckers I graduated #1 in my class, and they hear me use cuss words or use improper grammar just when I'm on my show and shit like that, and they think I confuse they motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? I like that. And Owens got some of them. Owens owns an Airbnb in the A. Like this young blood doing a little bit of everything. You understand? I fuck with this brother. Now, I thought it was dope to have his professor in there, C. Lee McInnes, and he dropped some great game on him. Again, if you didn't see this episode, peep this quote from Professor McInnes. He said, "Don't let anybody else's no affect your dream." That's what he told Owens because he know. He said, and I like, oh, geez, you got to get these youngest game because you know the struggle that they already going to go through. And he knows as a writer that it's tough out here. You feel me? To be a writer is tougher than to be a ball player because to be a ball player, once you make the team, you just got to show up and show out. You got to work hard, you know what I'm saying? But you got to show up when your coach says show up, you show up and you do your thing. Well, to be a writer, to be in the business that I am, you got to get motherfuckers to pay attention to what you're doing. And so in that case, you got to have a lot of folks look at you like, what you doing? That's a no. Trying to get motherfuckers to just pay attention to what you created. That's a no. And he told Professor McKenna said, don't let anybody else's no affect your dream. I like that kind of shit. So that reminded me of what I was able to get. I only had to take a handful of classes at Jackson State to get my certification to be a teacher. I had to take like 3 classes. I had 3 black men. Okay. And the one of them name was Dr. Brown. And I can't even remember the other 2 brothers' names. But I can remember how they made me feel. And they made me feel proud. Made me feel good. They made me feel like they cared about me for real, for real. Maya Angelou real as fuck when she said that. Maya Angelou said, folks might not remember what you said or remember who you are, but they remember how you made them feel. And they made me feel good. I mean, one of them chewed my motherfucking ass out after class one night because I was on coffee and Red Bulls and Coca-Colas and all kind of shit trying to stay awake because I had to wake up early. And at that time, I was teaching in Holmes County, Mississippi, so I had to leave Canton, drive to Holmes County, leave Holmes County, drive all the way to Jackson State, goddamn, for class, leave class, go home. Shit. Grade papers, be a husband, be a father, go get my grandmama her medicine. I had to do a lot of shit. He told me stop drinking that damn Red Bull. It's gonna make me crash. I ain't drinking one since. Just hearing it from this black man. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope to see Owens getting this game from that professor, man. You know, it's just one of those things you can get. Go to HBCU. Now, some of that exists at PWI as well. I had a black mentor, I think I had 3 professors in my whole career at Southern Miss that were black. Yeah. So think about that. In 3 grad school classes, 3 black men, Jack State. at my undergrad at Southern Miss, did 4 years, countless classes, had 3 total black people. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Dr. Curtis Austin. I had him down there. You know what I'm saying? He was a real one, but that's few and far between. It's just one of the benefits, you know what I'm saying, of Owens being there. Pac-Man Jones was featured, man. That was dope to see that. I didn't know Prime had that kind of deep relationship with him. I know he has that relationship with like Chad Johnson and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in a few other guys, but shit, Prime was like Pac-Man, like a son to him, and so he wanted to make sure he talked to Weidman because he was like basically their struggle was the same. They say the upbringing was the same. So it seemed like Weidman must come from some struggle, you know what I'm talking about. But it's good to see that because Pac-Man was a bad motherfucker. Pac-Man got a rap for some of the things he did, but Pac-Man was a good football player. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Prime's point was shit. Yo, you ain't half as crazy as Pac-Man was. So you definitely can make it. Like where else you gonna get that level of mentorship from your head coach? From your head coach now. Who's relatable. He's in his hospital bed giving you this game. He can talk to this NFL cornerback and in a way like calling him his son and really put you on game like that, bro. That's tough. It's one of the benefits of these youngins being at Jack State. But Prime's amputation, of course, was the thing that dominated social media and other reactions that I've seen to it and stuff like that. So I think most people have exhausted most things about it, except for this. I haven't seen somebody say this. That had to be, has to be, even right now, has to be very, very, very hard for Deion Sanders to be one of the greatest athletes, fuck this players, be one of the greatest athletes of all time. Again, remember, this man was a 2-sport star professionally. If he had chosen to just do baseball, he probably would have been the Hall of Fame in baseball because he would have stolen so many damn bases and shit like that. 3-sport star in college, if I'm not mistaken, ran track as well. So this is one of the greatest athletes ever. They say the motherfucker got up and ran a 4.2 in Tim's. Ran a 4.2 without stretching. He do it for breakfast. He just fuck it, let's go. So to be one of the greatest athletes of all time, and then to have your toes amputated and your damn leg sliced open like that, man. That shit's scary. Cause I think sometime about okay, what God has given me, and what God has given me is my mind. Uh, I was a decent athlete, but nothing, I ain't no world class athlete like Prime. Okay, this is what I got. That's world class right here. And my grandmother passed away from Alzheimer's, and so I had to watch my grandmother not be able to remember certain things, not be able to remember who I was sometimes, not be able to remember my mother, have various visions, and shit just was fucked up. And so that scares the shit out of me when I think about, damn, what would happen to me if I lost the function of the number one thing that God has given me, which is my ability to talk, my ability to think, my ability to create. I don't know. I just don't know what would do. Now Prime, thankfully he has his voice as well. Unlike many other world-class athletes, he does have the gift of gab, you know what I'm talking about? He does have that charisma. So he still has something to lean on. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that can talk. If Prime couldn't run that 4-2 and do what he did out there on that field, folks wouldn't give a fuck about coach like that. Maybe he'll be a motivational speaker somewhere. Maybe he'd be a pastor somewhere. But he wouldn't be Deion Sanders, multi-millionaire like this. Off. Maybe he would be. All right. They got these mega churches popping. But being able to run that 4-2 for breakfast made life much easier. I put it like that. So to lose your mobility, bro. That shit has to be fucked up. Still though. And he getting around now. He doing his thing now. But bro, that's what he was known for. So shout out to Coach. Keep pushing, Coach. You know, you God has blessed you with numerous abilities, numerous talents, and shit like that. You're aware of that. I would just say, when you look down at that foot sometime and you look at that leg, or you're watching some of your highlights and you're thinking about what you used to be able to do, you know, don't get down. When that pain hits you and you want to go do certain things, don't get down. Just know that this shit that you've been through is a testimony, and it's already inspiring people. And it seemed like it inspired your players as well. And hopefully it will continue to inspire them to move forward this year with even more purpose and more inspiration to finish the entire deal. Because again, that coach, I put it on something. I said we going undefeated. And I told the people to book it. All right. So let that be an inspiration to all your youngest, coach. Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTeesLLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.